Welcome to Two Guns, Arizona, a ghost town with a history of death, mayhem, murder, and some people believe it's even cursed. From the Apache Death Cave to the murder of landowner Earle Cundiff, to rumors that Billy the Kid once hid out here, comes a strange story as we discover the hidden ghost town of Two Guns, Arizona. In the heart of Arizona, about 30 miles east of Flagstaff, only a Two Guns exit sign on Interstate I-40 leads us to this place. At first glance, all we see is an abandoned covered gas station covered in graffiti. But when we travel west, we see the true treasures of Two Guns, Arizona, where Route 66, or U.S. Highway 66, once carved its path through the desert, lies a ghost town shrouded in mystery and legend. We will take you today to places that many visitors never see, from exploring the outside of the Apache Death Cave and the legends that surround it, to crossing the Diablo Canyon Bridge, part of the Old Trails Highway. It is almost like another town when we cross over the bridge to abandoned buildings and walls from a long abandoned zoo and trading post. Join us as we explore hidden parts of these ruins as we search and look for clues to the lost history of this abandoned.
Now we're heading back. This is actually the old section of Two Guns, Arizona. And it's Big Mike again, by the way. I travel, just to let you know about my experience, I travel up and down Route 66, and I actually own a store, Route 66 Road Relics in Seligman. But I've been here about 10 times or so, and this time I finally actually saw the road and drove across the bridge. You can actually drive across the Old Trails Bridge, and this is actually the old Diablo Canyon on the backside. Now, what we're looking at right now is actually Diablo Canyon, and across the way, somewhere around there, supposedly even the infamous outlaw Billy the Kid found refuge here, hiding out in a ruin of a stone house in 1879. That's the rumor. Now, it wouldn't be these buildings. It would be probably across the canyon there that you saw. But kind of cool, all of that. Now, basically, most of this was built by Miller Two Guns, is what he went by. And that was after a famous, Two Guns was kind of actually named, we believe, after a famous actor at the time. This was all built as a zoo, trading post. You'll go ahead and when we take a look around, you'll even see some of the places. A lot of times in the different places, the Indians would be laid a blanket out selling jewelry. Most of this would be, he started building it in about 1925. He had leased land from the Cundiffs. He started building all sorts of stuff back here. He basically had a plan to turn it into Old Trails Highway. Started in 1915. There was a bridge that was built. It didn't start, but this part of it did. And in 1926, and people knew it was coming, that was really the beginning of U.S. Highway 66, which was the way you went from the East Coast to California, or Route 66 as we call it today. He was Miller was making a tourist attraction. And that's some of the stuff that we're looking at back here. He had everything from mountain lions to Gila monsters to whole Indian trading posts. Just a whole mix. But what's really neat back here is that all these buildings, some of them even have the roof on them still. I went to a couple of those. I don't know if that was my best idea, but hey, it was cool. I just love checking out these places and looking around. I research history on what I can, hopefully I'm right on most of it. Some stuff is rumor, some stuff isn't. But it's just amazing of how much is actually still left here. I mean, this is a section that would be built in 1925. And like I said, I didn't even know it existed. I mean, I could see it from a distance, but I didn't know we could get to it and be able to go through these old buildings. One of the things I really hope to do, I'm trying to promote Route 66. I really think it's important that we basically keep Route 66 alive and kicking. And one of the things I want to try to help you out with is to be able to show your wife, girlfriend, kids, be able to show them cool places when you travel. I mean, isn't that, I know when I go out and travel, I always want to see new and different places. And that's kind of how I'm hoping to be able to, help you guys along. Because this is, in my store, I'm always telling people about where to go, places to see. We get like 70% foreign tourists at my place in Seligman, and also all sorts of American tourists. And one of the big things that's passed up, and that's why it's kind of hidden. Like I said, this section's even hidden. You can see it, but you don't know how to get there. But I am shocked at, I would bet you 70-80% of the people actually never know about this when I tell them about the ghost town of Two Guns, Arizona. And it just amazes me on that. And that's one of the things I want to share, because part of the past history of America and Route 66 or U.S. Highway 66, and this would actually be along, for part of the time, this would be Old Trails Highway, which was before Route 66. When the bridge was built in 1915 till about 1926, this would actually be considered the Old Trails. And like I said, we're looking back, you'll see the canyon's actually behind these buildings over here. And like, look at this piece. I think this was a Hogan, or I'm not quite sure, might have the name wrong, but I believe that's what it was called. And a lot of times they'd have like the Indian trader, they'd have the Indians laying out blankets and selling all sorts of stuff. It was actually pretty crazy. And I just love that there's actually, look at that. There's still a roof in here. I'm going to walk in here and duck and cross my fingers and hope nothing falls on my head. But I don't know. It's just, these are some of the things about Route 66 and the beauty of Arizona. The Arizona part of Route 66 is amazing. And so many people just don't know about it all. Look at that. It's got the roof on it still. Hang in here a second. I'm a little slow. Big Mike kind of doing my video, trying to make it nice and slow for everybody so everybody can see. And I'm trying to get better. Apologize if I go too fast sometimes. Look inside this. We got a roof over our head. Not sure I want to sleep in it, but it's pretty cool. There's my truck over there. And look at this. If you got the windows, can look out. Now that's heading out towards the canyon in the back part we just explored. You can see all of that and all those doors, and that's what was so neat for me, really. Just, I hadn't seen this section. I'd seen it, but I'd never been able to explore it before. Like, walk through it. I really felt like I was walking through part of the past. And isn't that why we want to have new adventures? So hopefully I can kind of be your guide, and when you bring your family or friends out here, you can kind of be the hero and show them around and let them see what all they need to see. You can kind of be your own tour guide here. I'm just giving you a little bit of a taste here, but I know you can do it. I think you guys are going to really enjoy Arizona. I usually recommend, our season up here is usually going to be from April until October. Most of this area is about 5,000 foot elevation, so it'd definitely be cooler. It's not like Phoenix or anything like that. But just look at all the construction made from the blocks. These are all the local rocks. In front I can see the cages and stuff. I know there were cages and stuff back here in this part. This was the first section that was actually built, I believe. But I don't know. I just love checking everything out.
Looks like one of the old cabinets. Maybe it was an old cooler. I think it might be an old cooler. Kind of hard to tell. In the 30s and 40s, I've seen some of those where they're wood and they'll have the inner sides. Now we're over here, what we're heading to. That round building we went on the inside to. We're a little bit out of order here, but this is actually an outhouse. And looks like you got to go ahead and do your business. And that was that. When you got tourists, you got to have a bathroom. So this was the place, I guess. And then this is again back that structure just a little bit about where we're going back by the canyon here. And that's Diablo Canyon. Diablo Canyon also means Devil's Canyon. Now this is the very front of the building. It's from the old gas station. Now this is actually the Old Trails Bridge, the construction of the Canyon Diablo Bridge. It was made in 1915, and this solidified the importance as a rest stop and a trading post along the Old Trails Highway. And then in 1926, U.S. Highway 66, or known today as Route 66, the Old Trails Highway became that. The section we just looked at was a section of 66 that was bypassed in the 1930s. This bridge is listed on the National Register of Historic Places and stands as a silent witness to the countless travelers who once passed this way, their dreams and aspirations diverse as a desert landscape. Just beautiful looking around here, and this is Diablo Canyon you're looking at. There's I'm just going to walk around here for a little bit and kind of let you enjoy the scenery. This direction, that building out there just past that would actually be the Apache Death Cave. And I'll talk more about that in just a few minutes. This bridge you can actually drive across. It's very stable, so. Actually, the funny thing is it was only used for, I don't know, 15, 17 years. I don't know what those are. Swallows? I'm not sure what those birds are. But that's the very front of the property you're seeing over there. And then if you look here... let me see if we go back there. And then that's the back. We're going to take a look at a building to the left of the bridge. I don't know, this might have been a trading post. I'm not really sure, because if you look, you got a dock there. Right outside the wall, that looks really like a loading dock to me. Even in the old days, you kind of had to have a loading dock sometimes. And we're going to take a really close look at that building soon. Here we go. See on the outside, pretty sure that was a freight dock of some sort, I believe. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments if you think I'm wrong on that, but I kind of think that's what it was, a platform of some sort anyway. And it's just so neat that these are still standing. They are fenced off, so we really can't get to them, but we're pretty close here. And like I said, it just feels like I'm stepping back in time into the 1920s, 1930s. And just look at all how everything was made. This would actually probably be a trading post because it's right by the bridge. And during the Old Trails days, when this was Old Trails Highway, and even when it was the old Highway 66 until about early 1930s. So I'm pretty sure that's what this was. And there was a couple different trading posts and stuff that were built around here. And back in the day, the Indians, a lot of times would be outside, they'd be trading, or they'd go through and lay their blankets out full of old Indian jewelry and stuff. just love these old buildings and the ruins. It's just something you can't, something we can never replace. But there's kind of there's a beauty in it too. Now we're looking over here. This is the Apache Death Caves. In 1878, this is the Apache Death Cave, and there were Apache warriors that raided a Navajo village. And basically what happened is that the scouts were able to find them. They could never find them in the daytime. If you look up the top right, that little hole, most of it's kind of blocked in now. But basically what they did is they put a whole bunch of brush and everything and set it on fire and basically killed off the raiding tribe of Apaches. And that's like 1878, but that was kind of... supposedly that's what started the curse on the land. And you see that path, you see the wooden poles there, that was actually the path that you took to the Death Cave. And you even took ladders up and down sometimes and different things, but it was pretty cool. I've seen some photos inside, but I believe a lot of it's caved in on the outside, maybe just to keep people out, I don't know. But there you're looking at the bridge again, the Canyon Diablo Bridge. And there's that trading post that we looked at earlier. And that one would be on the old section of 66. On the right-hand side up there, that's actually the newer section that you're taking a look at. But there's just so much history here there's a lot of violence around here. I mean, it was pretty crazy. The Old West was... And I don't even know, this was kind of almost after a lot of the Old West stuff. It still was, but it's just kind of crazy. There's some of the cave part you can see below, or I think we'll come up to it in just a second. And they had buildings here, and just, it was amazing to look at. Can't really get down there though. You'd have to have some pretty good ladders or something getting down that way. But look at this view down the canyon from there. Absolutely beautiful. Like I said, I just love exploring. Now, this is the mountain lions. This is the front of the zoo. Now, what happened with the murder is that actually Miller got in an argument with Mr. Cundiff and killed him. Basically what happened, he was hung around for a few more years, but it sounds like a lot of misfortune happened to him. Maybe karma came back. He got mauled by a mountain lion, a bobcat, and got bit by a Gila monster. And I also heard like I said, a lot of this is possible. That part's not rumor, but I've also heard that his daughter had died in a wreck or something. Car wreck. That I can't really find out. But this isn't the nicest guy in the world. But he would dress up actually as an Apache Indian chief, even though he wasn't Indian at all. But those are some of the cages we're going to take a look at. And we're going to come back here. And there's the bridge, and then to the left back there where you see a little bit, that would actually be the caves that we were just at. Now to get back to that section with the bridge, from here you would just go to the left and you can drive around the dirt road. That'll get you to the old over the bridge, the Canyon Diablo Bridge. Now right here we're going to go ahead and this is some of the old pens and stuff, the gauges that you see. Now these cages, if you look at them closely, they were just built with wood, chicken wire, and stone. Gotta kind of wonder how anybody could ever get mauled by a mountain lion trying to keep one in there. Doesn't seem like the brightest idea to me, but there's what it is. And we're going to walk around here to the left also. There's a stairway to... who knows? But you can just really see there's some neat old cages. This is the very front, and this is really easy to get to. Like I said, that first section that we saw, I hadn't been there before. I was so excited to actually find the way and be able to drive back there. And then if you want to go to the Apache Death Cave, see above it anyway, you can stop at the old gas station, the abandoned one, and you'll see a deal to the right there, kind of a dirt road. You can pull over in the parking lot, and I just walk down. I wouldn't drive back there, but just walk down. We leave two guns behind. We carry with us the echoes of history, a reminder that even in the most desolate of places, the past can still speak to us. We only take the time to listen. Now, if you did enjoy our videos here, there's a little bit more to see, so hang on. But please check out. We'll have another video at the end you can look at. And please support the small businesses on Route 66. I'm Big Mike, and with Route 66 Road Relics, and we would love to see if you come to Seligman. We're right by the snow cap, Delgadillo snow cap. Go get an ice cream cone and come over and say howdy to me, because I love to see the people that are watching our content and just exploring Route 66. I mean, we all share a passion for that and just wanting to have a good time and enjoy ourselves. So hope you liked the video. We'll be working on a bunch more. That's the Diablo Canyon Bridge over there. And then just for a final perspective, over here to the back to the right, that's going to be actually where we were just at this morning. And please check out this next video. I hope you like it, and thank you so much for watching.